I've always said the marathon is more than just 26.2 miles. It's kind of like a journey of self-discovery.
Thousand runners about to hit the streets of Chicago.
I do remember we went in the rain. Totally. What are we yelling about? While he's doing that, can you come get dressed?
It's a big pizza.
It's a huge pizza.
I got my...
You guys think I should wear this for my workout today?
No.
Oh, come on!
This morning, Ben has to go work out early to coach, so I'm in charge of taking the kids, pretty much get them dressed, pack their bags. I gotta make Riley's lunch, and then usually drop Hudson off first, and then Riley at kindergarten, and then head to practice. Buddy, hold on to that. Sure, hold on. Okay. So standing on the start line of a major marathon, all the nerves are kind of bottled into one in those moments when you're standing on the start line. Well, I better not have too much adrenaline. I better not have drank too much coffee. You know, you're thinking all these things like, did I go to the bathroom? Is everything out of me? And then honestly, it's like this, I've said this before, it's like a little montage of, I guess, my life. I look back at the training cycle and I look at the days that I felt like I really fought through, you know, to get to the starting line. And then I have a moment of gratitude that I'm on the starting line, 100% healthy, and anything is possible. I would like to say the first couple miles are gimme miles, but for some reason in the marathon, like, they never have just come to me very easily, but I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I'm just trying to like find the rhythm of marathon pace. But yeah, it's kind of just feeling out that first couple miles, probably the first 5K, like seeing if a group is forming, what women are around me, are they the competitors I'm looking to beat later in the race. I'm pretty relaxed those first couple miles, knowing that I have a long road ahead. At around 10K is probably when I start to be like a little more engaged in the race. I guess I'm assessing like how my body's feeling, how my legs are doing, my breathing, have I been hitting the right splits. I try to take everything around me, like I'm still pretty aware of fans cheering. I might be like looking around the scenery because at this point in the race, you know, 30 to 34 minutes, like you should be pretty relaxed. If you don't feel like you're relaxed, you're gonna have a long run ahead of you. Halfway is probably when I'm starting to like get a little bit more a sense of time, sense of like, okay, I know I've been running these splits, but what does that actually mean through halfway? And I try not to do very much math in my head, and I think I'm pretty much like in the zone in the marathon, but sometimes like whatever you're coming through halfway is like a pretty good benchmark of, okay, what does it look like? You know, I'm gonna be able to run if I keep this rolling on race day. I guess that's the allure of the marathon. You can have it go both ways, and when you nail it, and when you don't nail it, I think you learn a lot about yourself. And I've always said the marathon is more than just 26.2 miles. It's kind of like a journey of self-discovery. Before like a lot of my races, I am playing through what I think is possible. But in that moment, you know, it all changes. And so these last couple of weeks when I'm out on Lake Mary Road and I'm cruising along and I've had those days where like it's all clicking and all coming together, I picture myself in Chicago, and a lot of people have told me the last few miles are really lonely because there's not a lot of people cheering. And like, I love that because I thrive on that loneliness feeling. I don't need people cheering for me. Like, I know what it's like to dig down deep, you know, when you're full of energy and full of run. And my whole career is I want to see how good I can be. And it's all about like those last 3 or 4 miles in the marathon. The first 20 matter, but they don't matter as much as those last 3 or 4. And so when I've pictured it, I've pictured, you know, I'm passing like one by one women in that last 10K, and the last hill that everyone talks about, I'm hoping coming from Flagstaff, I'll think that's a breeze. I know it's gonna hurt, but I feel like I'm gonna be ready. And yeah, I've just pictured like rounding that left-hand turn. I'm gonna love to see that clock somewhere in the, you know, 225, 226 range. And I'm sure a lot of times you don't really know like what place you are in, but I imagine people yelling at me, and I imagine them telling me top American, and they're screaming and they're saying the podium is right there, and I just have to dig deeper than I've ever dug before, and I'm really ready to do that.
Get out of town. Yeah, that was perfect. That was great. Yeah.
Woo!
Nice job, Steph.